Hey guys, Zack here, and welcome back to another action figure review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Godzilla vs. Kong 6-inch Godzilla with Heat Ray Breath. Now, this version of Godzilla comes from the upcoming film Godzilla vs. Kong, which I haven't seen, of course, because, well, it's not out yet, and the toys, for some reason, are? Like, I get it's common for movies to, like, push out their toys, like, a month or two before the actual movie comes out, but, like, this is almost a whole year. Like, by the time the movie comes out, like, no one's going to care about these. Which is kind of a shame because these are actually, like, for what they are, they're pretty solid figures, but I digress. So, yeah. Anyway, before we take a look at Godzilla himself, we'll take a quick look at his atomic breath here. And it's alright. The sculpting looks nice. The detailing is also nice. Just, rubbery, like, soft plastic sort of material, which is nice. I do like it. And we do have a peg right here, and what that does, that just sort of pegs into his mouth, and yeah, Godzilla is now breathing his atomic breath, which admittedly looks pretty cool. To be fair, I actually do like how this looks more than the actual NECA figures, because NECA, what they do with their effect pieces, like, it doesn't really look like they're breathing it, it just looks more like it's coming out from, like, the roof of their mouth, which looks a little weird, but this actually looks good. I like this. So, yeah. Anyway, now for Godzilla himself. And first, we'll take a quick look at the painting on Godzilla. And the painting here, I'm not gonna lie, it's not as nice as Kong's, but to be fair, it's not bad either. It still looks pretty nice for what it is, so let's take a closer look. So, of course, most of the figure is this charcoal black, with a little bit of a glossy finish to it, which actually does look nice. Almost to give him, like, that sort of a wet feel, which again looks nice. On the side of the leg here and on the side of the arm and even on the side of the body, we do have some blue withering. It's very faint, but like in person you could see a little bit better, especially on the leg here, but yeah, that does look pretty nice. The toenails are painted a grayish, blackish, brownish color, which does look nice. And even the fingernails are painted. This is something I usually expect from Mattel, because like they usually don't paint their fingernails, but they actually painted the fingernails here, which is really cool, I'm not gonna lie. If only Mattel could do that, but hey, that's besides the point. The eyes here, they don't look great, but they are painted blue with a black pupil. The tongue here is painted pink with white teeth. And the little dino damage bit, I know, battle damage, but dino damage is what this essentially is. So, yeah, that's painted red. It's not painted perfectly, but honestly, it gets the job done, so I am not complaining whatsoever. So, yeah. The dorsal plates here are a translucent plastic, which is actually really cool. I feel like if you were able to, like, get this open, you could put some, like, LEDs in here to make it, like, you know, light up. I feel like that would look really cool, but that's just me. But anyway, on the back of the tail here, we can see a very light shade of blue, which looks nice, and then it just sort of ends. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the painting on this figure. And the painting on this figure is, you know, not bad. Not as nice as Kong's painting, but still pretty nice for what it is. So the painting here, I'd say gets a pass. Now we'll take a look at the articulation. And the articulation, again, it's not as nice as Kong's, but still, for what it is, it's pretty nice. The mouth can close and open, which I honestly didn't expect. I just expected this to just, you know, always be open, but it can close, so I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty cool. The arms can move 360, though you do kind of have to stretch it a little, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. But yeah, I don't know if this would count as articulation, but we do have the dino damage bit. Again, I know I just said this. I know it's battle damage, but blame Kenner. But yeah, I don't know if that counts, but there's that. The legs can move forwards this much, and backwards about that much. And the tail here is on a ball joint, which is actually pretty cool. And that's pretty much it for the articulation on this figure. And the articulation on this figure is good. Nothing special, but again, for what it is, it's good. So the articulation here, I'd say gets a pass. Now take a look at the sculpt, and the sculpting on this figure looks great. Very one-to-one to how he looks in Godzilla King of the Monsters. I'm not really sure about how he looks in Godzilla vs. Kong, though if, you know, promotional art has anything to say, then this looks pretty accurate. So the sculpting on Godzilla here is great, so it gets a pass. Now I'll take a look at the detailing, and the detail on this figure, again, is also really nice. So the detailing for the head here looks very nice. All the scaling and everything, and even the gills here, are pretty nicely defined. On the side of the body, it doesn't look great, but the arms here have a very nice bit of detailing as well as the hands. They look pretty nice. All the scaling and musculature on the side of the leg here, everything here looks very good, and I do like that a lot. Going to the tail here, all of the creasings and everything, and all of these scales and the smaller dorsal plates, everything here looks very good, very nicely defined, and yeah, that's pretty much it for the detailing. Oh, almost forgot, my bad. The detailing on the front of the body also looks very nice, a lot of nice detailing. And this is actually something that's pretty metal. We actually have a bit of a rib cage going on here. It would have been nice if this was painted, but again, like, that's still pretty cool. I feel like if this was exposed, I feel like Godzilla would be dead. I mean, he could regenerate it, sure, but I don't know. I feel like Godzilla, he wouldn't last too long if that was just open like that, but you can cover it up, so yeah. Now that's it for the detailing. Again, I'm sorry about that, but yeah, the detailing on this figure is good, so it gets a pass. So, at the end of the day, should you get this? Honestly, yes. This isn't really a perfect figure by any means, but for what it is, I actually really like this thing. Of course, here he is with Kong. And between the two, I'd say you should get Kong. If you had to pick one, get Kong, because he's a nicer figure, but Godzilla here is also a very nice figure. I don't know why you wouldn't want to get both, because, like, you know, like, they're both only, like, 10 bucks each. So, like, if you're buying them all together, that's only going to cost, like, 20 bucks, which is honestly not bad at all. Like, the prices here, like, for what you're getting, like, I feel like it's pretty worth it, but if you could only get one somehow, then get Kong, but that's not to say don't get Godzilla, because Godzilla here is also a great figure. Actually, let's just bring in Kong for a second. I gotta be honest, this is what we should have gotten for Godzilla King of the Monsters. The toy line for that movie wasn't, you know, bad or anything like that, but it was definitely lackluster. Here we have, like, you know, good sized figures, you know, they're in scale with each other. We don't have, like, you know, two different sizes of each monster. We don't have, like, one small Mothra, one giant, or two giant, or a giant Godzilla, a small Godzilla, and just all these different sizes. The sizes for, you know, that toy line was just all over the place. We only have two, you know, well, we have more than one Godzilla, but I'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, the scaling here is great. You know, you get great accessories, great, like, you know, dino damage bits for each figure. And they're only, like, 10 bucks each, so if you're a collector, like, these are fine. Nothing, like, groundbreaking or anything like that, but these are fine little display pieces. However, if you're buying this for a kid, or if you are a kid, then these figures are definitely the way to go. I feel like kids are going to love these. I will say this, though. One thing I feel like this toy line does need would be buildings. I feel like it would be awesome if, like, there was just, like, a giant city set where, like, you could just, like, have Godzilla and Kong, like, fighting each other and just destroying everything. That would be really cool, especially for a kid. I feel like kids would absolutely eat that up. But, yeah, other than buildings, I feel like this toy line is really nice for what it is. So, yeah, get both of them if you can, because these are both great figures. There is another version of Godzilla that's out, but he comes with a radio tower, and I'm not really a big fan of the painting on him. The painting here just looks a lot better and more fitting for the character, but yeah. Like I said, if you had to pick one of these, get Kong, but again, Godzilla is not a bad figure at all. Godzilla is a really nice figure for what he is, and I do really like him a lot. Like I just said, he's only about 10 bucks, so he's available at Walmart only. So if you do want this figure, then definitely go to Walmart and look for him, or go online, do whatever you gotta do, because either way, he's only 10 bucks, and honestly, that is a great price for this figure. So yeah, I kind of rambled on for too long, so I'll stop there, and we'll just do the size comparisons. So here is Dr. Billy Grant, and some hand sanitizer. Alright, now that is it for today. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace, Zack out.